Hello, today we are going to analyze the game between Paul Morphy versus Louis Paulsen. This is one of the famous game played by Paul Morphy. In the end, the moves are very interesting, so please be focused. Let's start. White is played by Louis and black played by Paul Morphy. So try to think from the black end here. White starts with pawn to e4, black plays pawn to e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight goes to c3, knight f4, 4 knights game, bishop goes to b5, black plays bishop to c5, castle, now black does castle, white plays knight into e5, then rook goes to e8, knight into knight, d pawn takes, now white plays bishop goes to c4, black continues with pawn to b5, threatening the bishop, so bishop goes to e2. I'll stop where it is interesting, in the position where it is interesting. Knight into e4, knight takes, rook takes. Can you find a good idea with the white here? Can you find some good idea with the white? If you found good, let's see. Bishop goes to f3, it threats the rook. If rook goes away, the focus is on c6 pawn. Subsequently, his focus is like this. So X-ray attack. Now, how to save this pawn? Okay, bishop goes to f3, rook goes to e6, so that you can defend c6 pawn. Now white continues with pawn goes to c3, black plays queen to d3, pawn goes to b4, threatening our bishop. So bishop to b6. What this bishop is doing, basically it is pinning f2. This is a good position. Bishop standing at c6 and pinning the f2 pawn. It's a very good position for the black. It will subsequently help in the further moves. Pawn to a4. Now you see here, if white pawn plays pawn to a5, this bishop is going to be trapped. So because you see the escape route everywhere, there is a threat. You can see like on these two squares are blocked. Pawn takes, b pawn takes a4, queen into, black plays bishop to d7, rook a2, ra e8, connecting of rooks. It's a very good thing. Connecting of rooks. Now white plays queen goes to a6. The white queen is threatening on our hanging queen. Now, as a black, can you think some idea? Oh, this is where the real tactic will start. There is a very wonderful move with the black. Can you spot it? If you found good, now let me show you. Queen into bishop. It's a sacrifice. Black is sacrificing his queen. The idea is g pawn takes on this. Now rook goes to g6. Now king has no option than king h1. Now what? Bishop goes to h3. Writing on this. Now rook to g1 is not a good idea. Why? Because rook into rook, king takes, rook e8, queen blocks, rook takes, checkmate. So let's see what happened in the main game. This is the position. Now let's see what happened in the main game. This is not the move which white has chosen, or g1. Now he's chosen to play rook goes to d1. Can you spot good idea with the black here? Okay. Bishop goes to g2. Perfect. Rook defense. Bishop and bishop is giving check. Now white has no option then. King goes to g1. Now what is the better continuation? Bishop takes f3. Disco check with the rook. And bishop can be focusing on the rook. But we already black is down with a queen. Now whatever the move black plays, it should be very effective. That should lead to the trapping of king, opponent king. Now let's see. Bishop into f3. Disco check with the rook. White chooses king goes to f1. King can't be able to come to e2 or e1 because of this rook. So, and this rook is controlling g5. Now what? Bishop to g2. Again king g1. Again, now bishop h3. See, now bishop is controlling f1. Rook is giving a disco check, and rook is controlling e5. Now only one move possible, king h1. Now what? Um, Bishop into f2. Now, as I told you, in the end game, this particular pinning idea was helping. See, this diagonal, pinning the f2 pawn. So that's why placing bishop at black bishop at b6 or c6 is a c5 is the right idea. Bishop into f2. Now black is trying to gain control on, slowly trying to get a control on g1 square. Now white plays queen to over here. That is only option. Otherwise, next what? Now assume what? Assume some move was played by white. Just assume some idea. Maybe like somewhere he can play any idea. Now what? Bishop to g2. This rook defends bishop and check. It gives a checkmate. So to stop that, white has no option than queen f1. Bishop into queen. Rook into this. Now, is it re1? Oh, now this. Re1 means rook into rook, bishop into rook. It's a trade. Not a really good idea. You know, why re2? To gain control on the second rank. Like example this. Okay. Now what white did? He has no option then. Some move he played, rook a1. Now r is 6, as I told you. The focus is on the that h2. Pawn to over here. Now has a black. What is the move? Bishop goes to e3, so that it is activating this rook. Pawn to h3, rook into pawn. That gives a mate. Okay. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please do comment in the comment section.